Hello, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this weekly Sunday question and answer session. I hope you're having a nice Sunday wherever you are. Every Sunday, I do a live video to get questions about love, life, and well being. So, happy Sunday to all of you wherever you are. If you missed the previous Sunday sessions, I welcome you for the next 1 hour to drop in your question in the comments or in my inbox. If I'm not able to respond to the question, then the viewers will respond to the question. What question would you like to ask today about love, life, and well-being? I see Wisdom, Jackie, thank you so much for tuning in. John, I see you. Benedict, I see you too. Hello, Soul. Miriam, I see you too. Hello there. Happy Sunday. Feel free to ask your question in the comments. As I always say in my Sunday sessions, sometimes strangers will give you the best advice. Family members and friends, they are always biased. And the first question for me today, which I received from one of the people who follow my shows, she was asking, is it okay to support a boyfriend financially? The lady has been dating a man for 1 year, long distance, and the man lost his job due to COVID-19 the last 6 months. The man has been asking for financial support, a huge amount of money to start up a business. So the lady is asking, is it okay to support the man financially? All of you are tuning in. I see you guys in the comments. Thank you so much. So any other question that you always wanted to ask about love, life, whether you're a man or a woman, feel free to ask that question here today. Somebody may give you the best response. Strangers are the best. Waiting for your questions. I receive all your greetings. Hi there. Thank you so much. Thank you for the greetings and a happy Sunday to all of you. The question which your friend has been asking you on the inbox and you couldn't be able to give the best answer, feel free to ask that question today. Happy blessed Sunday. Sharon says yes, right. This is the first question. Hi Benjamin, is it okay for a girl to ask about what I do on our past meeting with White Charles? I strongly believe it's okay. It's very important to ask that question. That's why in my meet and mingle shows, I try. I don't really want to know what you do for a living, but it's good. It's good to say what you do. For me, I'm a teacher, and that is my profession. So Charles, it's okay to be asked that question. Second question here by Joyce. How do you know that a man is serious? This question is always asked every Sunday. A man who is serious, first of all, you will never ask that question. But the only way to know that a man is serious is his actions. What he says, he has to do it. If he keeps on giving you excuses and postponing and not doing or showing fulfilling what he says, then he's not serious. Thank you so much. Majorina Titi, is it okay to give your boyfriend Facebook account? What do you mean? Is it okay to give your boyfriend you mean password? Please be specific. If it's your password, your boyfriend has no right to know the password. If he knows the password, you should know the password too. It's two-way, not one-way traffic. Or, if it's okay for a boyfriend to support a girlfriend financially, then it's okay for a girlfriend to do the same. War. Thank you so much. That's the question which I began with. Is it okay for a girlfriend to support a boyfriend financially? The person who asked me this question 3 days ago, your answers and the comments there. I hope she's going to read and find the best solution. All right, let's see the next question here. Bira, Janet, how do you know that the man is in love with you? The same thing with how do you know that a man is serious with you? It's a very nice question here. Many ladies don't know if a man is in love with them. A man who is in love with you will put you first. The priorities he has in his life. Most men, if not all of them, and I'm talking about serious men, they have priorities. It could be a business, it could be their job, it could be their family members. If they're not those three, then one of you as the woman, as Bira, should be a priority. The way he talks to you, the plans he has for the next 2 years, 5 years, will show that exactly this man is in love with you. But if you're not in his list, in his plans, he's just using you. Medina, it's possible for your husband to know about your bank account. Medina, with the husband, I believe it's okay. Financial issues and misunderstandings are one of the biggest things in making couples not to stay together and happy. After you've built enough trust, you have understood your man's behaviors, especially on how to deal with money. Many people don't know how to handle money. I have struggled personally because the way we are brought up, you only see how your parents manage money. If you don't have the parents, then you hear from friends or from family members how they handle money. But when you meet another person that comes into your life, I think people should always, time to time, could be once every month or once after every 3 months, depending on how you will be agreeing. So Medina, it's okay to know these details, but our cultures unfortunately don't make people, or especially the men, to give all that information, but try to initiate the talk. It begins with talking. Okay, Akiri, a big question is like, this sex is important in relationship basically before marriage. Akiri, I don't know. It depends with the two people. It depends with the two people. It depends with the two people to agree what you want and okay, sorry about the music background. We're gonna stop it for some time. Okay, I've done that. Okay. Sunday is a gospel Sunday. I like to to listen to the background music as I'm talking. I'm still trying to figure out how to play the background music without making it louder than me. But the music is gone. Let's go back to the question. Let's see the next question here from whose question is this? So Akiri Memori, the two of you, if you believe in sex before marriage, find another person who believes in the same thing and build a relationship together. Otherwise, if the other person doesn't believe, then it's a waste of time. On supporting each other, okay, thank you, Ngazi. We have a question. Is it okay to having a boyfriend or a lover in long distance? Then he starts asking for your naked picture. Does it work, or how can you handle such a cost? Because I mate. All right, Dorcas Njoki, this question is always asked in every Sunday session. Again, that one needs two of you to agree. If you cannot share those pictures with your boyfriend, then remain on your principles. If the man is going to walk away from you because you don't share those pictures, it's fine. It's okay. But if you love him and you trust the guy and you want to make him happy, go ahead and do it. There is no problem with that. Um, okay, let's see another question here. I'm approaching 50 years. Could it be wise to go to a second degree given that I have about 17 years to retire? What will you and your audience advise me? I'm approaching 50. Could it be wise to go for a second degree? You mean to study Zipporah? I believe it's okay. It's perfectly okay. But the question which you should be asking, why am I adding another degree? How is it going to change my life? How is it going to change my life completely? Benedict Sifuma, what's the best punishment for an insecure man? In my YouTube channel, I've talked about an insecure person. First of all, there is nothing like punishment. If you are going to begin from a punishment level, then I don't think you'll be able to stay together with a man. As I said in my video on YouTube, an insecure person needs to be told that he is insecure. Especially very many men these days are very insecure. It's okay to tell him and show and prove to him that he is very insecure. He needs to know that. And then secondly, he needs to accept the reality that his past relationships have affected him, and because he's continuing to be insecure, things will not be okay. The way he is down, insecure people keep on doubting you, asking you where you are, who are you talking to, who is this texting you, who is that commenting. They ask you for the passwords. They want to control you, to own you. They want to take away your security and your freedom. So I would say, Benedict, the punishment that you're talking about is let the person know that he is insecure. And if he doesn't change the habits of doubting you without any proof, then you have a right to walk away from that person. Insecurity brings so many things and robs off the happiness that two people should be enjoying. Once you're an insecure man, whether it's in long distance or in short distance, it robs you the happiness. An insecure person is never happy. He can never be happy because you want to know what another person is doing all the time. You're just like a police officer monitoring what is this. It's like a mother with a young boy or a young child, a young son, who is around 2 or 3 years old. You cannot be secure doing any other thing. Even if you're watching me and you have a son and your son is moving around or sleeping, your mind is always on your son and what you're doing. That's what an insecure person does. So insecurity, the best way to punish, the way you call it, leave the guy and tell him, please find a person you can trust and who can understand your insecurity cases. Priscilla's question, is it okay to kiss on the first date? My answer to this one is yes and no. It depends. We live in a very dynamic world where people kiss kiss online weeks and months before meeting face to face. People make love before meeting face to face, and when they're going to meet on the first date, they just formalize everything. But more importantly, because of the STIs and infections, you have to be careful. So don't meet on the first date. Kissing can lead to having sex and can lead to unprotected sex. So your health and your life is more important than those cute lips you're imagining to kiss to this guy. Okay, all right, let me see another question here. Okay. Medina, Benja, when it comes to the issue of the account, it's possible for me to tell him, because when it comes to an issue of money, oh, he is greedy. So Medina, talk with your man. I don't know what's going on, but if the man is not willing to share the details of his bank account and how much money he's making, it's just the nature with the way he was brought up. Set the rules. I think I've had a discussion of how couples deal with money. There are many couples have rules on how to deal with money. They have separate accounts and then one account that is joint account to be used for paying basic bills as a family. And then there is a separate account that you don't share with a guy, that you're free to do whatever you want to do, to use the money the way you want to do. That also works. But at the bottom line, Medina, please find what works between the two of you by talking. As I said, talk. Make sure that you have a session that you're going to talk about money. Strictly today, we are talking about money, me and you as my husband, and set the rules together with you. All the best. Okay. Dina Kerubo, what I can tell you, my dear. All right, don't fix. Okay, thank you so much for replying to that person's question. Fade Semwanga, what exactly satisfies men in this world, and what brings some men not to understand when rejected? Very interesting question. Eh? What exactly satisfies men? There are so many things which satisfy men. One of them is sex. One of them is sex. The other thing is good food. And the other thing is respect. Most men just want some respect. But ladies, I know ladies always say that respect is earned, respect is two-way. But any woman who understands that a man, any lady who is watching and is married and has understood that his man needs sex and some respect and some delicious food cooked by you, you realize the man is generally happy. He's generally happy with you. But there are many men who get satisfied with other things. Satisfaction can be from making more money, or winning a competition, or pursuing their dreams up to the end. All those things can make them satisfied. But you as a lady, or as Fade, I don't know, Fade Semwanga, you need to find out what makes this person happy. If you discover what makes the other person happy generally, and you focus on that, then he will be satisfied. The men, the second part of your question, what makes men not to understand that they're being rejected? But nobody wants to be rejected. You remember when you were a teenager. When you are a teenager is the best time to feel or to understand the meaning of rejection. When you're walking, I remember when I was a teenager, I'm walking in front of the class or around the school compound, and then I'm imagining everyone is looking at me, or I want people to look at me. And the other students didn't care to look at me, even the teachers, because we were so many of us. And I felt very rejected. But generally speaking, men hate rejection because they want to win all the time. It's a competition. If it's a man, after dating a woman or even having been married, and then the lady initiates the divorce, a man feels absolutely devastated. He has lost everything, lost his dignity, he has lost a woman, he has lost a sense of authority, sense of power, and nobody likes that. No man wants that. Even if you have ever had a family member, especially a man, who has ever lost his job. And sometimes when you lose your job, you take it as a rejection. You've been rejected by the company. You've been rejected by the government that employed you. And such men go down the lane of depression. If they are not handled carefully and they come back to their senses, they will die out of depression. And so, because it means they have lost so many things, including their dignity as a man. But as I always say with my fellow men, once a woman says no, it's final, it's over between me and you, you know what you did. You have to be mature enough to understand, I contributed into the failure of this relationship. I messed up big time, and I thought the other woman or the other women were better, but my woman or my wife was actually okay, was the right person. I have lost her, so you have to man up and agree that you are not being rejected. You have lost everything, including this woman. Start another life again with another person. Very painful process. But if you're a man, you lose your wife and she walks away from you, if you don't fall into depression, man up, accept the reality you messed up big time, and begin a journey of finding yourself and looking for another person that can make you happy. All right, let's see another question here. Okay. All right. All right. wife. What do married men look for outside their marriage? At times you get that they will never leave their wives. They just want to waste you. Leila Fadiha. Thank you for your question. But you already answered yourself with the last sentence. They just want to waste you. Any woman who is dating a married man, you are being used as a sex object. You are a punching bag for this guy when he is very stressed with life and his so-called wife. So, if any man can get free sex without any commitment, he will be a very happy man. And if there are more multiple women for this man getting this free sex without being committed and being called as a husband or as a boyfriend, he will definitely do it. That's why they do it. But there are many reasons why many people go outside their marriages. In my YouTube channel, I've said, is emotional immaturity. Most men don't estimate the impact of their actions. It's like, it's a man's world. I can do it. Come on, Benjamin. Who are you to lecture me? I can do it. My father did it. My uncles do it. So let me do it. I think my woman forgave me last time. I think she's going to do it again this time. We have children. We have 4 children. We have 5 children. And I don't think she's going to go anywhere. Otherwise, that's how men are. No, that is emotional immaturity that most men lack. They don't understand the pain they are putting the other human being through, especially a woman, and more importantly, their wife, the mother of their children. If they could understand the pain they are putting in this woman, they will go slow. They will go slow and finally stop the habit. And if they do it, then it shouldn't be obvious, but I don't encourage it. But what I would like to say is there are many reasons, but number one reason is just people are just immature. They don't understand the pain the other person is going through. Okay, all right. Mogeri here. Life in diaspora is somehow challenging based on marriages. We have seen several, divorces in recent years, especially 2020. Through my little investigation, I've realized that a lot of these divorces are initiated by relatives, friends, and even close family members. What do you think should be done? By now, we are scared of getting ladies from back home for marriage, and the same to me too. Thank you so much, Evans, for your question. I understand, yeah, this is the reality that we live in right now. But when you look at your comment there, you have all the answers and solutions. You are saying that most of these divorces are initiated by relatives. Who are these relatives? Is it your mother? Is it the mother for this wife? Is it your sisters, your siblings? Who are these relatives? The moment you know who are these relatives and how important or not important they are in your marriage, the moment you realize that your mother, yes, she is important, you love her, you respect her, but she has no control or authority over you and your wife. You are starting up a family, for heaven's sake. Your mother is older than you. She might pass on very soon and leave you with this wife, basing on age, God forbid. But the moment you realize that relatives, they are very important, but they have no say in the way you are running your family, the way you are dealing with your wife, the way you are raising your children, you put them aside. You do your own style, your own way. Friends, you have mentioned about friends. Who are your friends? The friends that you talk with and chat with when you're married can help break your marriage. They can incite you to leave a man. They can make you to divorce. They can make you to hate marriage and relationships. Any friend that you're talking with, chatting with, and discussing especially things about your life and your relationship, listen to what they are saying. Listen exactly what they want. What are their intentions? Do they really want you guys to work things out, or their first option is divorce and leave each other? Even your fellow men, as Evans, if you're a married guy, you have to begin cutting off the single guys in your circle. Single men, or the men who are just cheating and sleeping around with many women and they are married, you have to cut off them intentionally. When they're calling you for a drink or to go and watch some football, which is going to begin next week, these guys have the power to influence you to do what they are doing. And they will push you away from your wife, who is actually the most important person that you're spending your time together with every single day and night when you're going to sleep. So, your friends are very important, but some friends can help you to get that divorce as soon as possible. And lastly, you also mentioned close family members, which I began with the mother and your siblings, the so called in laws, are a nightmare to many couples. If you give them power to control your family, to visit you and stay in your house and run your life and run your family and run your wife and try to correct your wife on how to treat you, my friend, you didn't marry your family members. You married a woman, you married a wife to raise children together with. If you don't keep and give that woman peace, I can guarantee you, you are going to suffer for so many days and so many weeks and months and years. Create peace in your family. All right. Okay. I have a question here by Cynthia. Do you, as a man, know that when you provide for a lady 100%, you gain the respect and good sex? Absolutely, absolutely. That is automatic, Cynthia. That's very, very automatic. Okay. Zipporah Shiro, I need your advice, guy. I have a friend who is married, and the wife is committing idolatry. Huh? You meant idolatry? Okay. The guy loved the woman so much that he cannot let him go. It's that serious. The guy developed a Bell syndrome due to stress. What is he supposed? I don't really understand what is the pair Shiro you're typing there. The English, yeah? I need your advice. A guy, I have a friend who is married and the wife is committing idolatry. I don't understand, Shiro. Please check your English there. I'm sorry about it. And the guy loved the woman so much that he cannot let him go. And it's that serious. The guy developed a Bell syndrome. Okay, I don't know what you mean. If the man loves a woman who is cheating, please type your question again. Let me see if there's another question here. Thank you so much, Lispa. Yes, the friends you talk with, your co-workers, they will make you to divorce, and then you will turn to become a very good motivational speaker after divorcing, and you will be talking on how you hate marriages and relationships. Friends, peer pressure does not stop on high school, or peer pressure does not end in high school. Peer pressure begins after high school. That's what I realize. Peer pressure begins after high school. And that one is the worst peer pressure. Okay, let me see here another question here. If I've skipped a question, please comment it again. Let me go back and scroll. I'm scrolling up to the comment section. And you can keep on sharing the video if you like this talk right now. This is a Sunday therapy question, weekly Sunday session with me, Benjamin, on my Facebook and together with my YouTube channel. Dina Kerubo is asking. It's question and answer session. Sunday, every Sunday this time, we have a question and answer session. You ask your question, people will respond, and I will also try to give my own opinions. I'm still waiting for another question. If you are embarrassed to ask your question on the inbox, on the comments, feel free to ask that question on my inbox. We have 30 minutes to go. The session is always 1 hour. Feel free to send your question. I will not disclose your name, whether you're a man or a woman, but let's help each other. All of you just tuning in and saying hello to me. I receive your greetings. Thank you so much, wherever you're watching me from. Okay, Lispa, you skipped my question. Why do some men are had to apologize and admit when they have made mistakes? Thank you so much, Lispa. There are many reasons why men do not admit or they do not apologize. One of the reasons is a man's habit. because apologies or trying to say you're sorry is sometimes taken as a sign of weakness. You are admitting that you are a weaker person, and most men don't want to appear weak. The other reason is people don't apologize because you are tolerating their habits, especially as a woman. If your husband or your boyfriend is doing certain things, or even your brother or your sister, they are doing certain things and they do not apologize, you have to tell them how you feel and make them understand that what they are doing is wrong. Some people do things like somebody's cheating on you, you catch him, and they don't apologize. Why? Because you have not explained to the person how you feel. So I encourage you to tell the person over and over again how you feel, but don't tolerate their nonsense. The nonsense of doing the same things and expecting you to forgive them. Other than that, people don't apologize because of ego. It's just ego. It's a man's thing. We have people who have so much ego, such that when you tell them to say I'm sorry, they say that's a woman's thing to do. Huh? But the men who have understood the real sense of just apologizing and say, I admit I made a mistake, and moving forward, I want to change my habits. I want to make this thing work. I want to make this thing better. They are creating peace. I'm for peace. Huh? I normally say I would rather have stress with work and my health. But if I'm in a relationship, let me try to create peace by apologizing and moving forward, other than creating this tension between this other person that I'm spending my time and my life with. It is so hard to live in a roof where there is no peace. If you have ever had stayed with a roommate that you had a misunderstanding, a roommate that you liked and admired each other, the way you are treating each other, whether they are two men or two ladies, and then you begin having a misunderstanding, that feeling is so bad. Eh? It's so bad even when you're sleeping, different beds. You have no idea what the other person is dreaming about or planning to do to you. Now imagine that with a couple. If people don't apologize, you are creating more tension that is going to last, affect the two of you, and that's the process of looking for happiness from other people outside there to make you feel okay, to make you feel better, simply because you didn't apologize. So please, let us learn to accept our mistakes and apologize. Mogera, I'm not married yet, but things are so recently I managed to hear that she wants just a bridge. I was planning to travel to propose, but I had to cancel it immediately, even though I haven't has I do not know how to approach this issue. What's your take about it? Okay. Evans, you seem to be living abroad and you wanted to bring a lady over to where you are. Yeah. Some such cases happen. But you're saying you had. In Swahili, the trending word is ulisikia wapi. Where did you hear this from? Who are these people telling you these things? Huh? Who are these people who are telling you these things? But more importantly, if your instinct is telling you that these are her intentions, listen to your instincts, but do your thorough homework. Take your time learning the person's personality and the background. That's why you need to travel, go see the person, see the family members. Judge better than hearing from people. Be there, spend your quality time together with this person that you want to bring over, so that you are prepared to know the person in details. And that's why if you're in long distance, communication on a daily basis is absolutely important. Every single day, people must communicate, whether they feel like it or not. It's very important to keep on learning somebody's intentions and what they really want from you. But all the best, my brother Mogera Evans. Seek more knowledge, do your homework, and all the best. Another question here: what do you do when Purity Milan? What do you know you've been dating a married man, but you think you didn't know, and he never admitted he was until the wife comes on board? Mind you, this guy has been so nice, even paid for your campus fee from first year to fourth year, and even got you a well-paying job. Kindly advise. Purity, thank you for your question. If you didn't know, you have no, you didn't do any mistake. But the biggest mistake you did, you are not careful enough to read all the signs. Eventually, after 4 years, if you're very careful, if you're smart enough, you will catch the guy. You will find out these other things, especially if you have been missing important events of this man, important events and family events. If you're not invited to join and participate those family events that a wife and a husband can appear, or a boyfriend can bring you over as his committed girlfriend, if you keep on missing them, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, those are many big question marks. If you're being taken to hotels, beautiful hotels, to be sleeping strictly on hotels, unless the man is so rich that he has an extra apartment to be taking you there for having sex with you. But generally speaking, if you've been spending all your 4 years in posh hotels, you should have known that I'm dealing with a married man. But now, what do you do? The question is, are you willing to be a second wife? Can you deal with that? Can you deal with that as a second wife? If you cannot deal with it, then run for your life. Thank the guy, he has helped to educate you. Some of us, we want to go back for education, but we are looking for people to support us. That was an answered prayer. Sometimes when people help you, these are prayers that you pray to God and finally got answered through other people. And this man may have answered it to you. But a married man who is sleeping with you is a possibility. He is sleeping with another lady or other ladies, not just you. And if it's unprotected sex, go get tested. Begin protecting your health and your future after getting that degree that somebody has supported you with. You may never know that the degree will not help you in future. Think about your health and this achievement that you have had as a lady in your life. But run away from the guy and tell the guy, I think you're married and please focus to your marriage. And such men will be so annoyed. I talked about rejection from the beginning there. Such men will be very offended. So I don't know. The other thing is just by running away is changing your location and go somewhere far away. All the best. Okay, Zipea Shiro. But it's like, I have a friend, his guy is married, okay? The wife, she is having sex out of marriage. The guy loves the woman so much that he cannot divorce her, and yet the woman denies him his right sex. What is he supposed to do? Oh my goodness. Loving a woman who is cheating on you. That's a tough one. Some people, the viewers who are watching the video, please help to respond to Zipea Shiro. What I would say, if I am married and my wife is cheating on me, as I've answered the other person, the lady who said she has been dating a man who is married, my health is very important. These people who are married and they're having sex with you, obviously most of them have unprotected sex, and there's a very likelihood that they could be doing it with other many people. So the man, even though he loves the woman is not giving him sex, the woman is sleeping with another person. I think the man has to come to his senses and understand he is forcing himself into a woman who is in love with another person. Probably, and I suspect this lady is very gorgeous. I know men who married ladies because of good looks. The lady is too gorgeous, such that the man is, Benjamin, how am I going to begin to get another lady? In most cases, the lady is just very attractive. And if that's the situation, beauty, physical attractiveness, and if she has a big booty or a big behind or whatever she has, those are some of the things that should not make you to stay there. So that, tell your friend, tell him, and I hope you could have tagged him on this video. It's very important to bring such people here in the video, or sharing the video to their inbox to listen to people's advice from the comments and what I'm saying. Walk away. People to walk away from are cheaters, chronic cheaters, and abusive people. Those ones in the Bible, in real life situation, there is no excuse. to continue staying with them. Whether you love them so much, whether you hate the process of divorce, whether you feel you are going to suffer remaining single for the rest of your life. When it's a cheater and somebody is abusive, you have every single right to say goodbye. I loved you, but you're a cheater. And I walked away from you so that you can cheat in peace. And I have my peace that I am looking for in this world. Tell the guy, walk away and be proud to leave the woman alone. Okay, finally, I have another question here. Hey there, Anita Leonida. Hey there. Hey, my fiancé and I both have kids from our previous relationships. Now we are about to get married. My fear is about the baby mama, baby daddy drama. What can you advise? Anita Leonida, very complicated situation these days. Dealing with baby daddy and baby mamas. The most important thing is boundaries. If any person who has ever dated somebody who is having baby mama and baby daddy's issues, and there were boundaries created that this man is not going to see the child, just he doesn't tell you, I'm going to see my child, yeah? But he's going to have sex with a woman. Such people are not baby daddies. Such people are polygamous. People want to be polygamous but without telling you. Huh? Can I repeat that? We have so many men, some of them are watching here, they're in that situation. People just want to be polygamous, but they don't want to tell you directly on your face, hey, Anita, you are beautiful, you have a child, I have a child from my past relationship, I still love my child so much, and time to time I'll be going to see this child together with the mother, and we might be having some sex. If people can be honest and tell you that's exactly what they will be doing, then you should be, and you also tell him the same thing, which I think is not going to work. If you tell him, okay, thank you so much, me too, I have a child, and we are still okay with the father comes to see the son, and time to time we have sex. So you can see the cycle. My message or my word on this situation, boundaries should be created, and people break those boundaries, then as I said, you are just being made a second wife or another baby mama to come in the near future without you knowing. In such people, you have to take your time before you make another baby. I understand you might be interested in having another child as soon as possible so that you can have this man 100%. No. It doesn't work like that. People, the men that we have these days, they want to be polygamous without telling you and informing all parties. And the moment you become pregnant, just the moment you become pregnant, thinking that now you have owned him as a husband, things will turn out around, and then he will be sleeping with you for some time. When you discover again he's talking with the other one, he goes to the other one. So he's playing a monkey business, like a cat and mouse game. And so many men do those things these days. So be careful. Don't make another baby. Don't be pregnant. Don't do that mistake. As a woman, especially any lady who is watching here, don't get into that trap and saying, hey, I think if I have a baby with him, then the baby mama thing will be solved. Baby mama's issues are solved with respect and boundaries that this man officially declares to the other woman, I am a married guy, this is my wife, and unfortunately we can't do anything, but I'm willing to support the child 100%, but I have nothing to do with you. And in fact, this woman that I have right now as Anita, I am introducing her to my family. My family needs to know her, that this is now my official, legal, only wife. If you go through those stages, no more baby drama issues. But how many men are willing to do that? That is the question. How many men are willing to do that? Okay, if I skipped your question here, who is this? We are almost winding up, 15 minutes to go. Make sure you drop in your question. And remember to follow and like this page If you're watching for the first time, feel free to share the video. Dina Keruba, what question did I skip? Please type the question again on the comments, and then I will try to respond. Otochi Keri, which steps are you supposed to follow as a lady when you want to end a relationship, a marriage, when you feel like it's enough for you? Very good question. Very good question. I hosted two ladies who have successfully carried out their divorce processes. If you watch that video, Otochi Keri, they didn't disclose the steps, but in my own experience of listening to similar stories, the process of divorce, first of all, is making sure you are going to be financially stable, especially if you're in a country that does not support single parents or single, like, obviously after divorce you will be the only one doing a lot of things by yourself. So you have to be careful by the time you go through that process, especially if you have children. You have sorted out your financial situation. Then the other thing is to seek advice from good lawyers who are not only going to frustrate you or make the case more difficult and more complicated, but more importantly, who are going to prepare you in knowing what is right for you and what is wrong for you. And not only the lawyers, there are other people like the psychologists, the therapists, the life coaches. All these people require money, my friend. They require money. And when you listen to people's stories about divorces, there is nothing like peaceful divorce, especially if there is a lot of money involved and a lot of commitment that has been going on between the two of you. The emotional draining part of it, losing your weight, losing your dignity, losing your as a human being, and being talked about by your friends, by your family members, by people in social media. You even have to be tempted to walk away from social media completely. You don't want to be seen again. And all these things are very painful processes. So that's why you need help for people to prepare you psychologically, to tell you the process of divorce involves this and this and this and this. And if you do this, it will help you. And how to deal with your health. Your health is very important during these emotional problems. So all those steps are very important. But more importantly, I believe, before you go through that stage, be prepared. Be prepared of the true meaning of being a divorced person by listening to people's stories, talking to them, understanding them, and trying to understand their stories. So because you're preparing yourself into this new life that you never expected, you never thought you could get yourself into that situation. And that's why I hosted those two ladies. And then finally, ask yourself, why am I really divorcing? What's the reason of divorce? Why am I divorcing? And if I divorce, what will I gain? If you have the answers, that the things that you're going to get after this process are very important to you as a woman or even as a man, it's going to help you a lot more than staying in the marriage. Then you are in the right path. You are in the right path of doing all these things. But seek advice from professionals. There are many professionals who will take you through the journey so that you make it smoother and easier for you all the way up to the end. Okay, let's see another question here. Okay, Dina, finally, I see your question. Okay, just a moment. I'm asking if you're married and if you get your partner is not having more with you, but spending much time on friends and family members, what shall you do to that man? Spending more time with friends. Who are these friends? If your partner is spending more, especially for younger men, the younger men, and as a man, I believe we have very few friends. the so-called boys club or the men's club, when you ask even your cousin Dina, or you ask your brother how many friends he has, he will tell you they're about two, three. Those are only his close friends that he can tell them anything, if he's willing even to tell them, because men don't open up. So if he's spending much more time with them, tell him the reality. You feel how you feel. I've met ladies who have told me, Benjamin, you spend too much time on these people or doing this thing and you forget about me. Remind the guy over and over. Some men don't know. They don't understand. And tell him how you feel. How you feel is very important. I have met a lady who was dating a celebrity, and the celebrity was actually a business person. And he was spending more time making his business empire to become bigger and better. And he was coming home at 2 a.m. when children and the wife has slept, and then wake up at 6 a.m. He only slept 4 hours every day. And over time, this lady felt very lonely and alone. And there are many women who are in that situation. And this guy, for him, he was making money for the future of their two children, spending so much time on his business. He wasn't cheating, but he was spending a lot of time in making his business to become successful. And I'm so lucky when the lady told me that story in 2012, even before I began these shows. I said sometimes you have to tell the person. People don't speak. People don't say how they feel. Huh? These days in my relationship, I will tell her how I feel. I feel like this. When you tell somebody how you feel, they will now begin to understand your pain and your struggle. And you don't tell them only once, and you don't get tired. You have to keep on saying, this is how I feel. I feel I'm alone in this world. You don't talk to me. You are busy with your friends. You do not show me, you don't spend some quality time with me. If you keep on repeating, and then the man will ask you, if he's very smart, what would you like us to do together? And then think about the hobbies. Think about the hobbies, the things this guy likes doing. The hobbies are what people spend their time doing. People invest a lot of time doing things they like doing. So even you as Dina, you might have to sacrifice and begin doing what the person is doing. Get involved with the hobbies that can make you to spend time together. If you hate sports, you might have to change your attitude about sports and watching sports, and just watch together with the guy. And if the man loves and respects you, he will accommodate you to watch the sports together. I'm just giving an example. But more importantly, if he is spending more time with his family members. I don't know if you meant money. If it's to do with money, people have to talk about how much money should go out and how much money should stay in. Again, this is about communication, sitting down and talking and agreeing on how much money should be going to the other family members. If you don't agree, then, and if you date, like in most cases in our African societies, if you date and you get married to a breadwinner who still has a list of people depending on him or her, then these are some of the sacrifices that you will go through as a woman and as a wife. Remember, you got yourself into a breadwinner's life. You saw it, you knew it, and you decided to go straight up to that person's life. So dealing with that is so complicated. It is very difficult because in our African community, people are depending on you left, right, and the center. And if these people are depending on this man, you might have to sacrifice and help the guy in shortening the dependence levels from these people so that they don't depend on him 97% and he is doing 3% to you. So it is tough. It is tough, but I don't know your situation very well. But if you're just spending time with friends and the guy is far away from you, tell him how you feel and bring him closer to your life. But if he's a breadwinner, that one is also difficult for me because I come from Africa and I know what it means when you're a breadwinner. It is not a walk in the park. Actually, any lady who is married to a breadwinner will tell you it is difficult. So, such a lady, you have to lay low, accept the reality. This man is helping his family together with you. You can shout, you can scream, you can question him, you can try to stop him. Family is still family. I mean, it is difficult. All I can say honestly as Benjamin, it's very difficult. But remind the guy at the end of the day, your family, his children are more important. If you have children with him, tell him the truth. His son needs a bicycle. The daughter needs a new dress, new shoes. Huh? Let him try to change the equation and support the kids or support you as the wife and make these dependent people to work hard. They have hands and they have legs. They have to become independent. Okay, there might be an issue with the trust when it comes to projects or development plans. I had the same issue that made me not to have much time with my ex. And go ahead, speak your mind to him. If there's nothing like what I mentioned, okay? Yes, Evans, if somebody is spending more time to their project, tell them how you feel and become a part and parcel of that project. Okay, finally, let me see. We have 3 minutes. I want to see quickly if there's a message in my DM. I will not read your name. Benjamin, I need your advice. What's your advice? The show is coming to an end. If you cannot ask the question now, then you will ask next Sunday, same time. Let me see. If I skipped your question again, please feel free to drop in there. Hela, okay. Benjamin was having a discussion with a number of ladies, and they say now sex is just sex in a relationship, no strings attached, as long as all the parties enjoy it. What is your take on that? Thank you for your question there, Hela. Hela, my answer is yeah, it's okay. Two people, adults. I'm very free. I'm very free, and I'm a free spirited guy. If a man wants sex with no attachment and the lady wants, they are over 18, they know the consequences of sex, especially unprotected sex. I mean, people will still do it anyway. I don't encourage it. My focus is always on the consequences of sex. Sex is good, unprotected sex is better, but the consequences are the worst part for a woman and for a lady. And any person over 18 should know the consequences. If you can become a mother from a one night stand, things will be very difficult for you. If you can get any STIs, infections, things will turn out to be so ugly from that sex. If you lose your dignity as a woman, if you do not have the guts to see that this is just sex, and you will not regret, like some ladies who have sex with a man and the man walks away from them, blocks the guy, blocks the lady, and then the lady begins saying, I feel wasted, I feel used, I feel like I'm just a prostitute, I was a sex object to this guy. If you have the guts to overcome and withstand all those things, we live in a free world. Do what makes you happy, but the consequences are more important than this sex with no attachment. Focus on the consequences. Avoid the sex. Put your mind and your energy on the consequences. So, Hela, I'm very careful about the consequences. There's a person here who asked me a question. Hello, hide my identity. Could you please discuss dating and people with special needs? Thanks, a silent follower of your platform. Thank you so much for your question here. People with special needs, dating, a very, very, very passionate topic that I've always wanted to have. People who have special needs. Being a teacher, I meet some of the students who have special needs, and when it comes to dating, I wish you could have specified the special needs that you're talking about. What exactly are they? But dating people with special needs, it needs, there's a lot of things there. Special needs means you need some special attention, special help. If it's somebody who is visually impaired, cannot see, and is trying to date somebody else, you know that person needs help. And so it is my response to your question. It has to be specifically what special needs. If somebody cannot hear and is dating, obviously the person who is dating him or her need to learn the sign language for them to be communicating, to make the relationship to be stable and to be okay. But otherwise, with special needs, all of them need special attention that I may not be able to specify which ones are the ones that you're talking about. Finally, Moari, thank you so much. Thank you for responding to that. Let me know in the comment section, what did you think about today's discussion? If you watch for the first time, actually it's not a discussion, it's just a question and answer session. Me, Benjamin, giving my own opinions, not an expert in anything. I'm just sharing my opinions basing on my experiences and what I've gone through and what I've heard from my shows, the people I've hosted before, the people who have come to my DM, and then the people that I've asked the same question that some of you are asking me here. Because time to time, if I have a chance to talk with you, whether it's on video call or in a group that I belong to, and I ask the members, I normally post those questions on my timeline. I read through the comments because I know some people have really, really sober advice and they have gone through it. So I compile all this and I have a passion reading about all these things. Then I said, why not every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. East African time, let's have a question and answer session, helping both the men and women all over the world about about love, life, and well-being. So it's like an open forum for open therapy, free of charge. All you need is internet. Mori, Anita Leonida, is your baby daddy is dramatic? Okay, they still okay. This is about the Anita's question about a baby daddy. If so, can this for adult, or if they go? All right, thank you so much. I hope Anita got the answer. Okay, I would like to hear stories from experienced people with special needs. Janet, thank you. Me too. I would like to hear that. I would like to hear the final question. Any other last question? Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you, Jameson Diggy, and thank you for always supporting me. I really appreciate you, my brother, all the way from the US. You are welcome. Moy Charles, thank you so much. Lispo Mai, God bless you too. Thank you for the support and thank you for watching. Juliet Ani, thank you so much too. Thank you so much. You are welcome, Hela. Thank you so much. Janet, yes, STDs, STIs are very important when you are having sex with any person that you're not committed to, especially if he or she is not your spouse. Consequences are more important than the sex itself. Having said all that, any question that I skipped, I apologize. And let me just stay for 2 minutes. Maybe there's a question which I skipped. Benjamin, I have a friend lady who only thinks of sex. If she sees a cute lady, she's like beautiful but eaten. If she sees a cute guy, she's like, wow, this guy can have cute babies. Sometimes she's like, this man seems to have a big dick or a small dick. What's her problem? Or Jaden? I don't know. It's just her perceptions. I don't think she has a problem. It's the way when you look at me, when you look at me, you will imagine so many things, You will, if I'm going to do my 19 push-ups. When I do my 19 push-ups, the same lady will say, wow, this man doing those 19 push-ups, today is day 42. The way he's doing those push-ups. And then he will imagine, just things we imagine because of what we see. Otherwise, there's no problem in imagining stuff about people, especially if they are strangers. But if you know a person, face to face and one on one, or in a more personal way, then you will have a different perception. But judging people, assuming small dick, a big dick, no, 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 no. There is no problem with that. She's just appreciating those people. Mercy, thank you. So you're welcome. Emily Kinoti, you're welcome. Lucy Wanjiru, you're welcome. Thank you so much. We need people to open their hearts. We heal together. Sami, yes, indeed. Immaculate, you're welcome. Grace Kaguma, thank you so much too. Zipporah, Zipea Shiro, you are welcome. Peace Agondeze, thank you so much. You're welcome. All right. Thank you so much for watching. See you again later on for the Meet and Mingle show. I'm planning to begin changing the time of the Meet and Mingle, especially on Saturdays from 10 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. Because I began another show that I'm doing again on Saturday. So every Saturday I have two shows. One of them is a private show, and the other one is the Meet and Mingle. And sometimes I might be late for the Saturday shows, but for today on Sunday, see you at 9 p.m. East African time. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon if you're watching from the US, or I don't know. I'm not going to confuse the time. Enjoy your morning wherever you are. Enjoy your evening too. Enjoy your afternoon, all of you ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your company. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel with that name, Benjamin Junior Bogonko, because this video is still on my YouTube channel, so you can watch a repeat later on in case you missed some of the questions. I wish you, all of you, a happy, beautiful week. God bless and take care of yourself. Stay away from Corona, and God loves you. Enjoy your day, enjoy your afternoon, enjoy your evening. Goodbye.